Another day, another car show in sunny Southern California. Very first car. Why not? StockCarshow.com. Second one. A little more interesting. How many Mustangs? A little girl's dream come true. Back when Buick was cool. I've always wanted one of these. Probably not that color though. Mustang number 3. This is cool. Unreal 65. I don't know if they're saying that the car is unreal or if it's a replica. And I don't know enough about these to tell. Look at those headers. Tiny. Wait for me. Pardon me, but do you have any? Oh, you do. Okay, good. If my camera will focus. Grey Poupon. We have a couple of DeTomaso Panteras in attendance. Absolutely gorgeous car. Not without its flaws. Famously, Elvis Presley shot his once when it wouldn't start. But beautiful car nonetheless. One thing I never realized about a Pantera, I mean, there's a lot of mid-engine cars out here, but that is about as mid-engine as it gets. All the way behind the rear axle. Making for some pretty good weight distribution. Beautiful. Malcolm Bricklin. Subaru, and then a bunch of failures. There must be some irony, though, at how close this car looks to a DeLorean. I can hear it calling in the air tonight. Win these cars. How come it's always Corvettes or Mustangs? You never win like, you know, a 1988 Toyota Camry and a 2018 Toyota Camry. Some people just want a sensible car.
Yeah, the question is how close Adam is with Jay Leno and so forth with their
I'm close with Jay. Jay is one of the good ones. And by that I don't mean Italians, I mean one of the good people out there. But there are some bad Italians out there. You know, I'm Italian myself. Let's not make this about race. He's a good guy. And the only kind of race we're going to make it about is vintage racing. That's what I wanted to say. Jay attended an event we did last weekend at the Peterson. I've been to many of his events. One of the treats when we finish a doc is we take the documentary over to Jay's shop and, you know, we get it on the calendar and we go over there and he has he has multiple warehouses that are all kind of chained together. Like, he would use this facility just to keep his dog, and it's a medium-sized dog. Like that's how much room this guy has. And he has, in one of his main rooms, the actual Tonight Show set. He has the screen, a big 100-inch plasma TV, and all the set dressing for the set. And so once a year, every about 18 months or so, when we finish our dock, we show up to Leno's place. Leno makes bratwurst for everybody. We drink a few sodas. I usually bring my own beer because, you know, Jay's a teetotaler. So I'm not going to hold that against him. I can't say I respect it, but we're still friends. And then we sit down on the Tonight Show set and watch our latest doc. So I do count him as a good friend, and he is the genuine article. And boy, when it comes to cars, there are guys who know more about specific cars than he does, but I don't know if anyone has the breadth and width of his knowledge, and I'm not kidding around. And it's not one of these things where it's like, well, that guy knows a lot for a comedian. He may know more about more different cars than anybody on the planet.
Yeah, incredible. The big dog garage, as he calls it.
Yeah, and we work out pretty good because I basically only buy and restore race cars, and he told me he only wants stuff he can drive on the street, and I sort of only want stuff I can drive on the track, so we don't compete too much in the same arena.
His brother's from another mother somehow, somewhere.
Yeah.
Mustang number 9. 100th anniversary of Citroen, apparently. Makes me sad that there's not more people looking at these cars because technologically they're some of the most impressive in here. I'm a big fan of the DS, of 2 DS models parked here. Never had the pleasure of driving one, but supposedly the ride quality on these is difficult to match even for modern luxury cars, and famously can be driven on only 3 wheels, assuming it's one of the back tires that's missing. Beautiful, ahead of its time. Look at that. Tell me you wouldn't have that in your garage if you could. Amazing. This one is not quite as desirable, maybe, but still cool cars. Isn't that what James May had on his Majorca rally thing? Except I think his was a wagon. He'd have done better with this wagon. In yellow, sir. The E31 was BMW's last gasp as a complete contemporary style leader. Argue amongst yourselves. V8, V8, V12. Oh yeah. Let's sell you some shit.
How much did you sell? My dog's running around now.
Okay, I've officially lost count. Grab her blue. Fox bodies. Original equipment. With the 302 GT Equipment Group, Automatical, Convenience Group, Visibility Group, wider tires, deluxe belts, tinted glass, adds up to a cool $4,076 brand new, back in 1968, in sunlit gold, sir. Somebody got a real good deal on this one from Enterprise Car Sales. This was the #1 rental car in Boca Raton, Florida for a very brief period of its life. It's a proud and noble automobile. Okay, there's a couple issues with this. It's a Mustang, obviously. It's a V6 Mustang in a car show. National Council, let's see if I can get this in here. Corvette clubs? hell? Ugh. 65 Impala in evening Orchid. No respectable, super serious GM collector wouldn't have at least one evening Orchid car in their collection.
This is the first car that
If your two favorite things in the world are Ford Pintos and disco balls, have I got a car for you. Toronado, in a way, first gen Toronado. It's always been one of my favorite American cars. No car company in America had built front-wheel drive for 30 years by the time the '68 Toronado came out. The Europeans were doing it with little four-cylinder engines that hardly had any power. And Oldsmobile comes out with a 455 cubic inch V8 front-wheel drive. I don't know about the color scheme, but great car nonetheless. Gotta love old Jags, they're just beautiful. I worked at a Jag dealer for a while, and we hosted the regular monthly meeting of one of the local Jaguar car clubs. And the vast majority of the members would show up on the first Saturday of every month in Volvo station wagons from the 80s and the 90s. Go figure. This is a Dodge Royal Monaco station wagon with a 440 cubic inch V8, and it's brown. Would you like to know about the fuel economy? Ouch. Bye-bye, car show. That was fun, but I don't know if it was $20 worth of fun. Have a great day, everybody.